you have actually been using algebra since you were in reception. And you might think, what? Is reception? What does algebra mean? Algebra means where we use symbols or letters to represent a quantity. Let me give you an example. When you first started in reception, this is one object, 4 objects. You were learning how to count through objects. Yes? But did you continue counting in objects, or did you start learning something else?
Numbers.
You started learning numbers. That is algebra, because it's an abstraction. Think about it. 1 is a symbol. What does 1 represent?
1 block.
But do you understand? 1, it can be 1 Coke, it can be one can of Coke, 1 pizza, 1 pen. It can represent millions of different things that are just 1. It's an abstraction. So the number 1 is an abstraction because it can represent many one things. You have 1 ruler, 1 calculator, 1 pen, right? What's that? The number 2 is also an abstraction. Number 3 is also an abstraction. Number 4 is also an abstraction. This is actually remarkable if you think about it. How is it that our minds is able to do that abstraction? Because think about it. When I say to you, what is 1 plus 2? Why is it that you never ask me, oh sir, do you mean 1 Coke plus 2 rulers? Or do you mean 1 Coke plus 2 Coke? Why is it that you never ask me that question? When I ask you what's 1 plus 2, why is it that you instantly tell me 3? What are you assuming? Think about it. But are you assuming that the objects are the same? Because think about it. Imagine the objects are different, okay? Imagine I have 1 triangle and I tell you to add 2 squares. Is the answer 3? No, because the objects are not uniform. They're not the same, right? And therefore, if they're not like things, can we add them? We can't. Do you understand? So why is it that when I ask you 1 plus 2, you tell me it's 3? What have you assumed here? What is the assumption? What is your assumption here? Yes?
That's all the same object.
Excellent. That is the assumption. And that's what we call an abstraction. Do you understand? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So how is it that our minds is able to do that? We are actually abstracting all the time. Let me give you an example. Imagine this. Imagine I tell you, can you go to the maths office and get me a ruler? You instantly know what I'm talking about, right? Do you ever ask me, sir, what kind of ruler is it? Should it be black? Should it be blue? How long should it be? You don't do that. You just abstract, right? The idea of a ruler, and you go there and you get it, isn't it? That is amazing. Think about it. When you're at home and you're eating your dinner and you tell your mum, Mum, can I have a glass of water? Does she ever ask you, how big should the glass be? Or how many milliliters do you want? No, she just abstracts. She just abstracts the idea you want a glass of water, that's in her mind, and she just gets it for you. So then what do you realize? Can we live our lives without abstraction? Pardon?
No.
Louder.
No.
You can't. We cannot communicate. We can't live our lives without abstraction. We are abstracting all the time. We are abstracting all the time. Okay? And that's what we're doing in algebra. So now do you believe me that you have actually been using algebra since reception? Because the numbers that you use, Alice, this is an abstraction. This is an abstraction. All the numbers you use are an abstraction. Because the numbers, does the number represent 2 Cokes, or 2 apples, or 2 bananas? Exactly. But do we care?
No.
No. That's the abstraction. So what is the number then? It is just an idea, what we call a concept. An idea in your mind is called a concept. An abstract idea in your mind is called a concept. Do you understand? Yes? An abstract idea in your mind is called a concept. It's an idea in your mind. Let me give you an example of an abstract idea. Justice. Can I grab justice? Can I?
No.
Can I feel it? No. It's an abstract idea. Yes? It is an abstract idea in your where?
Right.
Mind. Right? This is what we call a concept. So numbers, these numerals, they represent an abstract idea. Okay? When I do 2 times 3, what's the answer?
6.
When you tell me the answer is 6, you're abstracting. Because you never asked me, sir, is it 2 lots of 3 bananas or 2 lots of 3 apples? Did you ask me that? No, you didn't. Therefore, you're abstracting. You're using algebra. Do you understand? Do you understand me? This is amazing. If you truly understand what I'm talking about, your trajectory in math will change forever. It will change forever. Because you will start seeing algebra, someone everywhere. You will see algebra everywhere. You will see everywhere we are abstracting.